Hello friends, welcome to a fresh new episode of my channel RG Innovations. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button and select all to get all the notifications of my upcoming videos. Today I am going to show you my collection of development boards. Different type of development boards that I use for my different projects. I am going to share with you all my collection. So here in this box I have all the development boards. It's actually an external hard disk casing box I had earlier. Now I use this for keeping those development boards. So let's get to my work desk. So here in this box I have all the development boards, and now I am going to show it to you. You can see all the different boards that I have here, and I'll show all the boards one by one. So these are some USB cables, type C, USB mini and USB micro and USB A to B, which are used to program those development boards. Let's keep those aside. And now coming to the development boards. So let me show you these boards first. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay, so for the first you can see this is Arduino Uno compatible boards. Let's take out of the packet. This is Arduino Uno compatible board, the most common form of Arduino programming boards, mostly used for hobby projects, even sometimes in commercial projects. I have some of them. This is another Uno compatible board. Here in this packet I have two more of them. These are DIP type IC boards. We can remove the IC, the Atmega 328 IC, and replace with another board. I have one more of them. This is also a Uno compatible board. Usually this compatible boards does not come in a box, but this one came with a box, a nice looking box. This looks pretty similar with the original Arduino boards, but nonetheless this is a compatible boards. Let's keep this aside and now move on to the next. These are also Uno compatible boards, but these are with SMD ICs, not DIP ICs. These ICs are not replaceable, you can see. I would not say they are not replaceable. You can replace it if you have like working knowledge of how to remove and resolder SMD ICs. So I have few of these SMD type Uno boards. In this packet here are some Uno boards. These are also SMD types. As I said, these Uno boards are the commonest form of Arduino boards which we use, which many people use in their projects. Now moving on to the next packet. In this packet I have Arduino Mega. This is also a compatible board. When the Arduino Uno pins falls short for a project, we can use this Arduino Mega, a large and powerful Arduino board. I have two of these boards. This one is also a Mega compatible. Now in this packet I have some tiny but powerful development boards. These are ATtiny85 boards. I have a lot of these chips, and these are one of my favorite programming development boards. Here are two types of boards. This is ATtiny85 USB and this is ATtiny85 mini. This one comes with a micro USB socket. These boards are from DigiSpark, and these are tiny, small but very powerful and very useful. Takes very small space. One is soldered with female header. This has got 6 IO pins and very useful in small projects. So let's keep those aside. Now in the next packet these are ESP826601 boards used for IoT projects. This connects to Wi-Fi and we can access internet through these boards. Small but very powerful and very useful. I have some of them and I use those in my projects. Now keeping them aside. Then I have Arduino Nano boards. These are also compatible boards, Arduino Nano compatible. I have a lot of them, and these boards are exactly similar with UNO boards. Not by size but by function and by power, these are similar. And this one is nano compatible with header pins soldered. Header pin soldered board can be used on breadboard for making prototypes. Let's keep them aside. And then in the next packet I have Node MCU ESP8266. This board is used for IoT projects. This board is very powerful and with a lot of pins to use it like a normal development board or to use in IoT devices. Let's keep this back in the packet. Now for the next, this one is also Node MCU ESP8266, same board. I haven't used this. This is a silt pack board. Now this one is a Wemos D Mini. This one is also IoT enabled. This one is also used for IoT projects. Wi-Fi enabled board. A small sized development board. Size is small but it's a powerful board. Next I have Espressif ESP8266 board. It's very powerful. It has got built-in Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and these 40 pins can be used for different type of projects. This has got built-in Hall sensor and can be connected with a micro USB port to computer. Let's keep this back in the packet. Some more cables for programming. And the next board that I am going to show you is ESP12F. This one is also Wi-Fi enabled development board. Very small, can be used for smaller projects, and it can be programmed from the Arduino IDE interface. You see, very small. The next board that I am going to show you is a Arduino Xiao. This is a very small Arduino compatible board. I haven't used this. This is a silt pack board. Let me open up the packet and show you. Very small but very powerful. With 11 IO pins, this board can do miracle. Now the next is Arduino Mega Pro Mini compatible. This is a Arduino Mega compatible board. This is functionally same with Arduino Mega but in a smaller size. As the name suggests, it's a miniature version of the Arduino Mega. You see, lots of input and output pins. This board also I haven't used till date. Now the next board, it's not from Arduino family, it's a STM development board. I haven't used it already, so the pack is sealed. Let me show you. These are also very powerful board with lots of input and output pins. Now the next board is from Pi family. It's a Raspberry Pi Pico board. Although it looks like Arduino Nano board, but it is very powerful than a Arduino Nano board. Regarding the processor and regarding the memory, it's very powerful. Next, let me show you the LilyPad boards. These are Arduino LilyPads. These boards are mainly used in wearable projects. These are Arduino LilyPad. Looks very cute, doesn't it? In a round shape, but is as powerful as an Arduino UNO board. This cannot be connected directly to a computer. It connects with a FTDI USB interface. Now these are also Arduino LilyPad boards, but these are tiny Arduino LilyPad boards with a limited number of IO pins and even very smaller in size. This connects directly to USB port with a micro USB cable. These are also mainly used in wearable projects. So all these were my development boards. Now I will show you some interface for programming these boards. This one is used for programming ESP01 boards. These are USB to FTDI programming boards used for programming those LilyPads. I have two of them. This one is USB to TTL converter, and this one is ATtiny 85 IC programming board If we want to program the ICs 8985 ICs directly, we can program it with these boards. Let's keep these things back in the box. So that was my entire collection of development boards from different families, from Arduino family, from Raspberry family, from STM family, and I try to use most of them in my different projects. I have an Arduino tutorial already posted in my channel. I'll provide the link in the I button and in the description. If you want, you can check those. If you like the video, please press the like button, share it with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe. Click on the bell button and select all to get all the notifications of my upcoming videos. Today, up to this much. Again, I'll meet you with a new video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.